Welcome, one and all, to another adventure here at Video Store Memoirs. I'm your host, Kevin Salina. I'm here to talk to you today about the movie The Killers. Now, I know there's been several of these movies that have come out in the past couple months or within the year. Like we had The Killers with Michael Fassbender, but I'm here to talk about The Killers that's just a recent release here on Peacock. Let's get right into it. Let's start with IMDb letting us know what this movie's about. An assassin tries to make amends in an effort to restore the sight of a beautiful young singer. Okay, so right out the gate, I'm going to say this movie is a remake of the 1990s movie of the same name, directed by the same director, John Woo. Um, the premise that they gave here is the premise of the original movie. So either somebody didn't do their job or they weren't really paying attention if they actually watched this movie, because that is not the premise of this particular movie. This is a re-imaging, like I said, of the movie originally made by John Woo back in 1990, where there's an assassin who, in an attempt to do a job, injures a lounge singer and takes one last job to try and get the money to restore her sight. In this version, the 2024 version, this killer, played miraculously by actress Nathalia Emmanuel, is an assassin who is set up on a job and it goes wrong. She leaves one of the people alive and ends up trying to protect them because the singer, because she's a loose end. It just so happens that Jen, played by Diane Silvers, when she was in the room when everything went down with the assassination, uh, has a bout of what they call, I think, hysterical blindness. She's injured and it causes a problem with her vision. She goes completely blind for a time. So, right there at the gate, that's a problem a little bit I have with this movie, but it's one of many problems I have with this movie. I am a huge fan of the original Killers movie. I saw it a long time ago when I was in high school, and it made me really love John Woo's film style. Anyone who's ever seen any of his movies, like especially Face Off, comes to mind. He has a very unique action style and is unapologetic in his uh, all the shootings, the blood splatter, everything, and it works for him. The original movie, I thought, is a masterstroke and did a lot of influential stuff towards the action genre. A lot of directors uh, say that they give many kudos to John Woo's style that inspired what some of the work that they did in their future projects. I loved, like I said, the original. The original is fantastic. It's a simple story, but it's told very well. The action is over the top, but nothing to annoy you about it. Um, this version, I sat down to check it out because they call it a reimagining of the original story, which normally gives me pause. But the main fact that John Woo himself came back to direct it made me all about, like, ooh, he's got to do a different spin he wants to show on this story that made his career. I'm all about that. I'm going to sit down and watch this. I am sorry, but this, he should have left his original alone. Um, some of the choices in scenes and action sequences, like I said before, the original, it was over the top, but it worked. Some of the ones in the newer remake, they're over the top and they're just wrong. They don't feel natural. There are some scenes. There's a particular scene in I'm thinking of where the assassin and the cop who ends up being working together to figure out this mystery, they come into this room, a lab inside a hospital, and just by the setup of they showing the scene in question, the area around where this is being filmed, you can tell right out the gate there's going to be splatter everywhere of bullets flying, bottles breaking, colored liquids flying everywhere. It's so predictable. It's not entertaining. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about here, where it the original had subtlety to it, and then things exploded. This one, it had plenty of scenes of, okay, I know exactly where this is going, and oh, there, I'm right. Um, like I said, Nathalie Emmanuel is great. I thought she's was a great choice to play Z, the assassin. I've seen her in so many other things. She's great in the Fast and Furious movies. She's phenomenal in Game of Thrones. So when I found out that she's the lead in this movie, I'm like, okay, this is another notch probably towards this movie's favor. She was good, but a good actress can only do so much with in a way, a bad movie. I don't want to harp too much on this as much as I can, but if you're a fan and you've seen the original, stick with the original. The this one, it has its moments, but not enough moments to make this a good movie. It was, unfortunately for me, very disappointing. I mean, they had the top-notch cast here. Let me go down, run it down real quick. Like I said, Nathalie Emmanuel as Z, the assassin. Omar Sy as the detective working with her. Sam Worthington of Avatar fame as her handler Finn. Diana Silver as Jen. Syed Tajrami. I apologize if I said your name wrong. He plays a prince who's a very under the undisclosed bad guy, and he always does his roles very well. And they have just people all over the place in this casted in this movie that work really well. But when you don't have a good storyline to keep things moving, it doesn't matter the talent. I've said that many times myself. So for me, I'm gonna have to give this probably one of my lowest scorings for a regular movie. One clamshell. It just did not impress me, especially considering what I've seen in the original. So there's my 2 cents on the movie The Killers. If you're interested, it's out on Peacock right now. It's one of their original films that they came out this past August. Give it a chance. Check it out. Let me know your thoughts. If I'm out of my mind, if you think it's great, let me know. Reach out to us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, directly on our podcast. You can post notes anywhere, Video Store Memoirs. I appreciate every single one of you. Anytime you take the time to let us know your thoughts. We'll have some more movie reviews coming for you, probably 1 or 2 a week. We're going to be really chugging along into our spooky season, getting some thrillers here and there, maybe a couple other type surprises that'll come up, but keep checking in with us. Once again, my name is Kevin Salina. I appreciate you guys for checking us out. You guys have a good one and enjoy the movie.